Hi, I'm Angela Nicholson, Head of Testing for Future's Photography Portfolio, and this is the Canon EOS M. Inside the M is the same Digic 5 processing engine and 18 million pixel APS-C format sensor as in the Canon 650D. But as you can see, it's a considerably smaller camera. Canon seems to have used its PowerShot range of compact cameras for inspiration for the design of the M, and it has a fairly flat, rectangular shape with rounded corners. There's not much in the way of a grip on the front of the camera, so it feels a little unbalanced with the new 18 to 55mm lens mounted, and it's a good idea to attach the strap that's supplied to carry it between shots. Like the 650D, the M has a 3-inch touchscreen with over 1 million dots, but it's fixed on the back of the camera rather than articulated. The screen is a capacitive device like an iPhone screen, and I found it very responsive, so it's a pleasure to use when making settings adjustments. This is just as well though, because the M has a fairly limited number of direct controls. On the top of the camera we've got a dial to switch between green square mode, which is entirely automatic, camera mode and video mode. Go back to camera mode. It's in aperture priority at the moment. Just touch that icon. I can switch to shutter priority or TV. Press the shutter, release, and there we are in shutter priority mode. The quick menu provides access to key features such as image quality, white balance and creative effects such as grainy black and white and miniature, etc. These filter effects can only be used when you're shooting JPEGs, so if you shoot RAW files or RAW and JPEG files simultaneously, you'll have to change file format before you can use them. I like the grainy black and white filter, and the miniature effect is fun, but I can't say I'm a huge fan of the others. Aspects such as aperture and sensitivity can be set using the touchscreen and/or the direct controls. Just touch the icon for the feature you want, like this, and then either adjust it on screen or use the dial on the back of the camera. If you're used to buttons and dials, you may find that you start off using them, but gradually you'll switch over to using the touchscreen. Although the screen provides a clear view inside and in low light, it's not so good when the sun is out, and reflections are a real problem. I can usually make out the main elements of the scene, but smaller details are lost. It's a shame because there's no viewfinder on the M, or even a port to attach an external viewfinder. There's also no flash built in, but there is a hot shoe which is compatible with all Canon's current flash guns. And in the UK, the new Speedlight 90EX is included in the kit. Because the mirrorless design of the M allows the lens mount to be close to the sensor to make the camera smaller than an SLR, it's not directly compatible with Canon's existing SLR lenses. As a result, Canon has given the M a new mount called EF-M. At present there are just 2 lenses with this mount, an 18 to 55 f3.5 to 5.6 image stabilised lens and a 22mm f2 pancake lens. There's also an adapter that allows EF and EFS mount lenses to be used on the M. Both of the new EF-M lenses have an STM or stepper motor autofocus drive, which is designed to make focus slower and smoother during video shooting. It's effective for video, but it's not so good for stills photography. In good light, the M's autofocus speed is decent enough, but in low light or when the subject is close, there's a distinct backwards and forwards adjustment of the focus. It's also a little bit slower than competing systems from the likes of Panasonic and Olympus, and it sometimes means there's a slight delay between touching the screen and the image being taken in touch shutter mode. This is a little bit disappointing given that the M has a hybrid AF system that is designed to combine the speed of phase detection with the accuracy of contrast detection. On the plus side, the M is capable of recording lots of detail and noise is controlled well up to around ISO 3200. Above this, there is some loss of detail caused by the noise reduction that's applied to JPEG images, and I'd recommend shooting RAW files and processing them yourself to get more detail if you want to make A4 or larger prints. The native sensitivity range of the M tops out at ISO 12800, but there's an expansion option equivalent to 25600, which I'd keep for emergencies only. When the automatic or daylight white balance options are used, the M tends to produce rather warm images, and while this may not be entirely accurate, the results are generally pleasant. Purists may not be 100% happy about this, but those looking for a nice picture will be pleased. All things considered, the M is a bit of a mixed bag. The build is nice and solid. The new 18 to 55mm lens is beautifully constructed and is much better than Canon's 18 to 55mm lens for its SLRs. The control system is also well thought out and there's a very responsive touchscreen. Image quality is good and on a par with the 650Ds, in fact even beating it if you use the kit lens. However, the AF system is sometimes a bit slow. The screen suffers from reflections in bright light, and there's not much of a grip on the front of the camera. The EOS M is on sale now for $849 or £683 with the 18 to 55mm kit lens. And in the UK, of course, you get the Speedlight 90EX flash gun as well. For more information about the Canon EOS M, take a look at my review on techradar.com.